Hello, I'm attorney Nerino Petro, Chief Information Officer for Holmstrom Kennedy PC in Rockford, Illinois, and a member of the ISBA's Committee on Legal Technology. And we're here to talk to you today about power on the go, or I always need more power when I'm traveling. So thanks for joining us on this tech tip today. This is what I like to call I need more power, or portable power options for mobile computing. And you know, the thing about our mobile society today is it never fails when you're out and about, you're using your device, and you'll see a group of people huddled around the one power outlet that's accessible because their devices are running out of power. They can't use them. Their phones need to be recharged. Their tablets need to be recharged. You're sitting on the ground in the airport sprawl trying to plug in. Everybody's trying to charge up, and it's just not very convenient. The thing that you need to remember is this: when you need to do something crucial on your mobile device, your battery will be dead. That's my version of Murphy's Law when it comes to portable power for smart devices, and it never fails. Something needs to get out the door, and you realize that you forgot to plug your phone in the night before, and it's dead, and you can't do it. Well, that is not a fun place to be. So let's talk about what your options are so you don't have to find an outlet to plug in. And these are generally going to be in the form of a power stick or portable battery. And what's important is what they call the milliampere rating of these devices. And so that's when you'll often see is it's mAh. And why we should care? Well, we care because of this. This is the formal definition. Really what it comes down to is this. The milliampere hour rating is a measure used to describe how much energy a battery will hold and how long the device or the battery will run before it needs to be recharged. And of course, the greater the number, the more charge you get out of it, the longer the device will run. Of course, you can have a small device that has a high number, but it doesn't have the duration of a larger device that might have a smaller number on a battery pack simply because of the stored energy and the amount of energy that is stored. But for the most part, more is better. So let's put this in terms I think more people will understand. So the iPhone 6. The iPhone 6 has a battery size of 2,915 milliampere hours. Okay, this is larger than prior iPhones, but that's just to give you some idea of how big the battery is. You know that the iPhone runs for hours and hours and hours. The Samsung Galaxy S5, another very popular phone, it has a battery size of 28 milliampere hours. Once again, it has hours of runtime. The Apple iPad Air 2 has a battery size of 7,340 milliampere hours. This is a big battery. The claim to fame for the iPad Air 2 is that it'll run up to 10 hours, and with a battery this size, it very well may. The Lenovo X1 Carbon has a battery size of 3,100 milliamperes. Not much bigger, it would seem, than the iPhone or the Samsung S5. The thing is, these batteries will store more energy. It won't run as long as the iPad, but it's 31 milliamperes. Now, the problem with like the Lenovo and a MacBook Air, and that is, you can't just plug into a USB port like you can on your iPad, your other phones, your iPhone, your Samsung, your HTCs, to charge it. You have to have a wall outlet. So up until recently, you've pretty much been limited to batteries that will charge your smart devices that don't require a plug-in to a wall outlet and to get 110 volt AC current. Well, let's talk a little bit. Since we know what we have for sizes on these batteries, we can look at what battery options there are. This is the Mosaic 2600 milliampere battery. This is a link. It's on Amazon. It's about $7. Basically, this would charge an iPhone 6 or a Samsung S5 almost completely one time. Others devices, a little older devices with smaller batteries, it would fully charge a device one time. So this will basically give you one additional charge on your smart device. Let's take it up a little bit. This is the new Trent iGeek. I personally have this. You can charge two devices simultaneously. It provides a USB current for both iPhone and iPads as well as non-iPhones like Android devices and that. This device is no longer made, but they have other similar models. This is going to be under $40. And this is a great way. This will definitely charge your iPhone 6 several times, your Samsung Galaxy S5 several times, your iPad, the prior versions of the iPad at least twice, the new version of the iPad at least probably 1.5 times. This is an interesting device. This is if you don't want to carry too many things with you, this is the Hutu TripMate. This is a battery charger with also a wireless portable travel router in it. You know, more and more hotels charge you for wireless connections, not only for the connection itself, but also if you have two devices like your tablet and your notebook, they want to charge you for two connections. With the wireless router, you can have one connection and then connect all your devices to it, so you only pay for one connection. The Hu2 is nice because not only does it give you the wireless router, it also gives you a 6,000 milliampere hour battery. So you can charge your iPhone 6 almost 2 times, your Samsung S5 2 times, and even give a pretty good charge for your iPad Air 2. This is a new product called the Charge-All. The Charge-All is a battery designed to charge not only USB devices, but those devices that need to be plugged into a wall outlet. So a tablet such as a Microsoft Surface Pro, a MacBook Air, a Lenovo X1 Carbon, your notebook computer, it needs an AC outlet to charge. This provides that for you. While the website claims you can get up to 2 charges, I think a more realistic perspective might be you'll get a minimum of 1 charge out of it, or at least a couple hours of runtime. But this is a great product. It is pricey. It's $229. But this will charge and power multiple devices, and not just your computer and tablets. If you need a fan, portable speakers, even the curling iron if you're on the road with your significant other. This is a great device, and it really gives you a lot of power. But how big are these devices? I mean, we've seen some of the images, but let's put this in the real world. So this is an iPhone 4 and a Samsung Note 3. You can see the size of the phones. The iPhone 4 is definitely smaller, but this gives you some sense of scale. So here are a number of chargers, starting with the smallest, the 2600 milliamp next to the iPhone, running the gamut to the Hu2 TripMate, the Nutrient, the Anchor. I've got that mislabeled. That's actually a 12,000 milliampere hour battery, and then the Samsung Note 3. But what you can see is none of these are really larger than the device itself for the most part. As far as thickness goes, here we are. We have the iPhone 4 anchored on one end, the Samsung Note 3, and the batteries in between. For the most part, they're under an inch. This is another view. This is an Apple iPad Air 2. These are the Charge-All chargers. The one on the left is the larger at 18,000 milliampere hours. The one on the left is 10 to 12,000 milliampere hours. But even so, they're still in dimensions, for the most part, smaller than the iPad, although they are thicker. The Charge-All weighs in at 2 pounds. With the iPad and the Charge-All, you're still under 3.5 pounds. It's incredible for the amount of power that you can get with these devices. I'd like to thank you for watching this tech tip, and you can always get more information on technology by going to the ISBA website and using the Ask Colt feature.